Welcome to the Queen's Lair, a lifestyle podcast. Get inspired by our latest tips and information about small business, entrepreneurship, natural hair, travel, food, and even relationships. Stay tuned for another great episode. I am your host, Renee Patrice. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into my podcast once again. I wanted to share this little word because sometimes you just need that encouragement. We're grinding now. We're halfway through 2022 and, we got the second half of the year to go and sometimes we just need that encouragement. Sometimes this encouragement, I know it's for somebody, but it's also for me. And one thing that, I think that we don't always consider is time. And time can be something that can enhance your life and it can ruin your life. And by ruin your life, I mean you can put time constraints on yourself and say, I was supposed to do this by the time I was 25, or by the time I was 30, I was supposed to be here, or by the time I was 40, or whatever it is. There are people they were supposed to retire by the time they were 40. They were supposed to be a millionaire by the time they were 50. Whatever these different milestones that you may have in your life. And I'm talking from young people. You may be in high school listening to this. You may be in college listening to this. You may be in your career. You may be, on your way to having your first child while you're listening to this. You may have been, you may have gotten married today and just happened to be listening to this. Well, I hope you're not listening to this if you got married today. Go be with your spouse, but maybe you're listening to this after the fact and you just freshly got married. I don't know what your situation is. Some people are going through some rough times. Maybe you just left the love of your life, divorce, whatever it is. Maybe you have lost in your life. You've lost a parent, a child, a loved one, whatever it is. We've gone through a lot. Not that we normally don't as human beings, but you throw the pandemic on top of that. You throw this recent violence that has been going on in the country. We as a people, as a human race, have been going through a lot. And one thing that can affect you is time. If you allow time to negatively affect you, if you allow time to say, oh, I had to do this and I didn't get this done when I was supposed to, and oh, I should be here now, that is going to ruin your life. It ruins your thought process. It ruins your spirit. I don't even know what it was. I think it was something on YouTube, like a clip it was a grandparent and their grandchild graduating together in the same class. Do you understand how amazing that is? Not only for the young person, for the youth to graduate, I'm always happy to see that. But for the grandparent as well, because you don't know what they went through in their life where time wasn't necessarily on their side. So they weren't able to go to school, in the quote unquote normal age groups that you go to school. Usually most people go into college, are probably 18 or somewhere around that age. And they graduated. Got their degree. I don't care if they never use that degree in life. People think that, why am I taking this class? Why am I getting this degree? I'm never going to use it. It's an accomplishment. Maybe it's just an accomplishment that you wanted to have. We're not always going to use the degrees that we have or the certifications that we went out for, but it is an accomplishment. It is something that you can look back on and say, I concentrated on this subject matter and I earned the completion of that particular thing. Even that alone, even if you never use that degree, diploma, certification, whatever it is, it's still an amazing accomplishment. And that feeling is wonderful. And it means that you've concentrated on something and decided to be certified in it. There's nothing wrong with that. Just because something is delayed in your life doesn't mean that it's denied. And people y'all have to understand this. I'm saying that again. Just because something is delayed doesn't mean that you're denied. So stop putting these constraints on yourself to say, oh, I should have done this by the time I was 30. I was supposed to be doing this by the time I was 40. Oh, Lord, look, I'm 50 and I'm still not where I need to be. Stop doing that. Sometimes the delay is for a reason. Sometimes God said, you know what? I have something else. I have something better. I have a different timing, because we all have our timing, but God has his timing. And sometimes we keep pushing things because we want things to be this way, because this is how we feel it should go. Listen, there are some situations that break apart friendships, relationships, work, whatever. And it was meant to happen for you to learn a lesson from it. And I will tell you, you can repair anything, but sometimes it takes the lesson for you to be able to repair. Sometimes you have to learn some skills and come back to the table. Some folks are not even paying attention to that. So I'm going to say that again. Denial, something being denied from you or delayed from you does not mean that it can't happen down the road. It just means that this may not be the time. So don't ever take yourself into that space where you feel like I've been denied, so it's over. That's not true at all. We have to learn I feel like we have to learn patience. Is really at the crux of the matter. We need to learn patience. And we need to learn the timing that God has set out for us, not the timing that we want it to be. Because if we decide the timing, we're all becoming millionaires by the time we're 10. And God may say, you can't handle that. Well, let's not say 10. Let's say 25. A 25-year-old millionaire versus a 55-year-old millionaire is different for different people. Some people can handle it. Some people cannot. So depending on your personality and depending on who you are, as an individual, it may be better for you to be later in life instead of being at 25. I don't think me being a millionaire at 25 would hit the same. That would have been a lot of money blown. Totally different situation. So we have to be patient. Right? Isn't that there a saying, a dream deferred? I don't remember who said that quote. If y'all know, y'all can tag me and let me know. A dream deferred does not necessarily mean a dream denied. So just because something has been put to the side does not mean that it won't happen. It just may not be for right now. And I think if we start paying attention to the plan that God has for our lives, you will walk in your purpose. First of all, when you're ready to accept your purpose. A lot of people are not ready to accept their purpose. That's part of the problem too. You got to be walking in your assignment. I'm walking in my assignment, and it's totally different than the plan that I thought I had for myself. Completely different. Whew. I can't get into it. It's so different. So totally didn't go the way I thought it was going to go. But I understand now, looking back, why certain things had to happen. Certain business relationships had to end. Even the trajectory of my business had to change. Certain friendships, relationships, they are definitely not the same. But it's all for good reason. And it's not like I wasn't kicking and screaming along the way, because I did a lot. But I get it now. So just remember, just because something is deferred doesn't mean that it's denied. All right? All right. You know the drill. Like, share, subscribe to this podcast. Let me know that you're listening to the podcast. Tag me on my Instagram at Onyx Queen Media, and I will repost you in my stories as a thank you shout out. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. Online savings simplified. Don't search for coupon codes ever again. With one click, Honey's smart shopping assistant will automatically apply discounts to your cart in seconds. Save on all your favorite things. Easily pay less for products you're already buying online. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Join Honey for free. It takes 2 clicks to add Honey to your Chrome, Safari, Firefox, or Opera browser. Find savings in seconds. While you shop, Honey will find working promo codes across the entire internet, and you save instantly. With one click, Honey will apply the best deals to your cart. It's that easy. So what are you waiting for? Get Honey. Download it today. Visit our link, www.tinyurl.com/ONYXHONEY. That's www.tinyurl.com/Onyx Honey. Start saving right now.